José Rizal was a man of many talents. The second homecoming of José Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines, returned to his homeland for the second time on June 26, 1892. His arrival in Manila was marked by both anticipation and suspicion, as Spanish authorities closely monitored his movements. Unlike his first homecoming in 1887, which was primarily to attend to his family's welfare and observe the country's condition, his second return had a more defined political purpose. Rizal had founded La Liga Filipina, a progressive organization that aimed to unite Filipinos, promote education, and push for peaceful reforms under Spanish rule. His decision to return was motivated by his belief that meaningful change could only be achieved if he was personally involved in the movement. He knew that his return was dangerous, yet he was willing to risk his safety for the greater good of his country. Upon arrival, he was greeted by friends and supporters, but Spanish authorities wasted no time in shadowing his every move. On July 3, 1892, he officially established La Liga Filipina in a house in Tondo, with prominent reformists such as Andres Bonifacio and Apolinario Mabini in attendance. The organization sought to provide mutual aid, encourage commerce, and develop civic consciousness among Filipinos. However, Spanish officials saw it as a direct threat to their colonial rule. 5 days later, on July 7, 1892, Governor-General Eulogio Despujol ordered Rizal's arrest. The authorities used his connection to anti-Spanish movements and his writings, particularly Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, as evidence of sedition. Without a trial, Rizal was exiled to Dapitan in Mindanao, where he would spend the next 4 years. Despite his exile, Rizal remained committed to his ideals. In Dapitan, he established a school, engaged in medical practice, and undertook agricultural projects to help improve the lives of the local people. His exile, however, only strengthened the resolve of Filipino revolutionaries. La Liga Filipina, though short-lived, gave birth to the Katipunan, the secret society that would later lead the Philippine Revolution against Spanish rule. Rizal's second homecoming was a pivotal moment in Philippine history. It demonstrated his unwavering patriotism and his willingness to sacrifice personal freedom for national progress. His actions inspired a new wave of revolutionaries, proving that the pen, though mightier than the sword, sometimes required the ultimate sacrifice to achieve true liberation. Rizal is the Philippines' national hero. He fought for freedom. He used his words to inspire. He ignited a fire for change. Rizal's first trip abroad opened his eyes. He saw the injustice faced by his people. He knew he had to act. His writings exposed the truth about Spanish rule. His words resonated with Filipinos everywhere. Rizal's first return in 1887 was short-lived. Threats forced him to leave again, but his spirit never wavered. He continued his work from afar. He wrote, he organized, and he hoped. His second homecoming in 1892 was significant. Filipinos yearned for change. They saw Rizal as a beacon of hope. He returned knowing the risks, ready to fight for his nation's future. The Philippines in 1892 was a nation on edge. Years of oppression fueled the desire for freedom. The arrival of Rizal ignited a spark. People saw him as a symbol of hope and resistance. Excitement filled the air as Rizal's ship docked. He received a hero's welcome. Crowds gathered to catch a glimpse of their champion. They yearned for change. They believed Rizal was the one to lead them. Rizal, however, knew the path ahead was dangerous. The Spanish authorities watched his every move. They feared his influence over the Filipino people, but Rizal was undeterred. He was a man on a mission. He traveled across the country, meeting with Filipinos from all walks of life. He spoke about unity. He emphasized education. He planted the seeds for a revolution of ideas. Rizal believed in peaceful reform. He founded La Liga Filipina to bring about change. This organization aimed to unite Filipinos. It advocated for equal rights and representation. La Liga Filipina was more than just a political organization. It was a movement for social justice. It sought to empower Filipinos through education and civic engagement. It was a call for unity and progress. The Spanish authorities saw La Liga Filipina as a threat. They feared its growing influence and message of unity. They responded with swift and brutal action. They arrested Rizal on July 6, 1892. Rizal's arrest sent shockwaves through the Philippines. It marked a turning point in the fight for independence. His detention fueled the flames of revolution. It transformed him into a martyr for the cause. Rizal's arrest did not silence his message, it amplified it. Even in exile in Dapitan, he continued to inspire. He lived a life of purpose, teaching and serving the community. His writings from this period became even more powerful. They exposed the injustices faced by Filipinos. They rallied people to the cause of freedom. Rizal's words became a beacon of hope. Rizal's life, though tragically cut short, left an indelible mark. He awakened the Filipino consciousness. He taught his people the value of freedom and the power of their voice. He is a testament to the power of one person to inspire change. Rizal's legacy extends far beyond his death. He is remembered for his courage, his intellect, and his unwavering love for his country. He is a symbol of hope, a beacon of freedom, and an inspiration to generations of Filipinos.